Video time! Guys, what is up? Thank you so much for being patient while I have been offline. I know it kind of sucks. I've had a lot of people writing to me asking how the move is going, how my back is healing up, and I'm actually up and moving around pretty darn good. I really want to say thank you for all the comments and love and everything that came through in the comment section. It really is heartwarming to read all the support that we have here at the studio. For the last several days, I've actually, for the viewers that follow the show, you know I've been moving with my wife Jem and my son Little Morris to the RC ranch, consolidating everything into one big shop so I could actually do as good a show as possible for you guys this season and really get out there and have some fun with the hobby. So as we've been packing and everything, I've also been reading comments. People are like, when are you going to make a new video? We need a new video. And this is for you guys. You know, I want to make sure I do quality videos for you guys that you're enjoying and that are entertaining. And at the same time, it just takes a little bit of work on my, well, a lot of work on my side to get everything all sorted and organized so I can actually do the show that I want to do for you. So thank you again for that patience, but an update video is definitely necessary. Now, the rumor has been floating around that I've been giving away quite a bit of my RC gear. And the rumor is true. In fact, what's been going on is since I went to Hong Kong at the end of 2016, I actually did a 3-part collection video of all of my RCs. There was like 130, 135 RCs from the last 8.5 years of making RC adventures. And I'm pretty much known for not selling my RCs and giving the ones away that I really didn't use anymore. But it kind of got to the point for me when I did that collection video where I realized I had to let some of these RCs go. I protect them like they're my own kids. And I'd never let my kid go, but you know what I mean. I gotta say that to all my friends and family and people that have been supporting me over the years in my, you know, in my local vicinity, a lot of them actually have been given RCs from me, things that I needed to let go and just make room for the new stuff that we have and we've been working. And really, you know, there's only so many RCs a man can have. I know, I'm sorry I said that. But at the same time, I know that by getting rid of some of this stuff, it's really going to kind of free me up and the shop space. Now, you guys must be wondering what the heck I gave away. And don't worry, I'll be having more giveaways on the show, I'm sure. But right now, I'm not in the position to do that until I get all this stuff sorted out. But don't worry, Overkill is still here, up there protected right now. I got the Black Widow over on the shelf. You want to have a look on the shelf? Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Still some of my RCs here. You'll notice some are familiar to you. Maybe they're new to you. Here's the hook truck I have from my friend Cran Killen. Got the Spiker Cat off to the side, which is my snow cat. That's what this dump bed is for right here. Everything is getting worked on. Gave away quite a few, but at the same time, it's what had to happen. Here is my electric Losi 5T. Everybody's like, what happened to your Losi 5T electric? And the answer is nothing. It's just while it's been winter time, you can only run an electric 5 in like dry conditions because the ESC is not waterproof at all. Here is my cover for Project Large 2.0. Everett ended up with Project Large 1.0. And here is a guest 5T I have for people to run at the 5th scale track we have outside. So when people visit, there is a rig. I did let my DBXL go to my buddy Austin, and this is the spot going to be for the Vecta 5, which I'm having wrapped right now. And of course, here is Project Large 2.0, which I'm almost ready to rip because the weather has been coming around and is getting much better. Oh, check it out, finally. All my tools in one spot. Now I can work on any rig and not have to worry about hopping back and forth between garages to make sure that I had the right tool, thankfully. My white bench made it back. This is normally where I do all my building and everything in front of the blue wall that I did at the other studio. I'm glad to have this back because it gives some really great light reflection when we're doing tutorials here. Look at this! This is my crane that David Jr. and his dad helped me build several years ago. I have not utilized this baby the way I've wanted to, simply because we didn't have the room. It's 4 feet tall. It's hard to show you on camera how big this machine is, but 4 feet tall. The boom is almost of equal length here. I'm still bringing over the weight plates. If you guys haven't seen the videos on this crane, you're missing out, because this was handmade by a 16-year-old. I remember Jem and I, before little Morris was born, were sitting at their family table discussing this crane, having dinner with that family, and figuring out how we could advance David Jr.'s engineering skills for such a young fella. Now, I went through and got all the parts, and they went through and did the studying of how a suspension crane actually works. All of this here, this whole boom right here, run off a 35-turn Tekin brushed motor. This is a big screwdriver right here. This actually moves the trolley up and down the boom, back and forth. Has the hook that raises up and down. And check this out. If I add a battery to this, this actually becomes an electromagnet. This is actually a magnet, like a brake from a trailer brake. Believe it or not, it's an amazing rig and can pick up like almost 40 pounds, which is a lot for a big, 40 pounds of steel itself in plates, which we did, is quite a bit of weight on this big fella. But when I have the plates on the back, no problem at all. It's amazing. David Jr. actually got my Killer Crawler 2. A lot of you guys will be like, what? But he actually lives in a town that has, it's called Drumheller. Has an amazing landscape for a rig like that, and for me being on the prairies with just limited access to rocks, I gotta tell you, the Killer Crawler is cool, but it's super heavy, and the terrain that you need just isn't here. So that's one thing that has, you know, for an engineer that's now, I think he's 18 and a half, it's a perfect rig for him to get out and have some fun with. All of my construction gear, except for one Tonka 6x6 that I built, is still here. Red sled went to Everett because it was always his. Here's my XO1 Gem Summit. Here is a guest truck I have, the ECX Torment, for any young kids that come here. My construction equipment is here still to go with the crane. And of course on the bottom there is my Savage Flux HP, my Summit, and my E-Revo. So tons on the go. There's the judge. He's sneakily hiding underneath there. It's a weight pulling sled. I got a ton of things that I have to pull away, clean out this whole corner, you know, put in my shelving unit, get everything squared away, and then of course get up on the mezzanine and actually make that worthwhile. I did give away a few of my boats, a few of my airplanes, things I wasn't using just to make space, and even my semi-truck, one of my semi-trucks went, and you know, you'll figure it out as it goes. It's no big deal. If you don't remember, then it doesn't matter to me either. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna do the best I can to tidy this up this week. I'll be doing videos intermittently during this time. I'd like to fix the axle on my trail finder. Here, look at this. You guys remember this truck right here? But when I had the blue Hilux body, I actually busted apart this whole alloy axle tube. That's because I put in an 8-scale motor. And this is just a powerhouse, right? So just doing some crazy stuff, having fun with the RC hobby. And isn't that really what it's all about? So my friends, thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for all the kind comments and everything, all the love, the like clicks that you guys left us, giving Jem and my family support during this time. And I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to do everything I can. I've got a great season coming up. I got, the X-Max and the Reaper and all these things that I want to have fun with. Let's do some high-flying jumps. Get out there, do some cool competitions this year. Hopefully you're subscribed. Hopefully you've watched the video until this point, and hopefully we get a like click from you, and we will see you in the next episode of RC Adventures. Now get outside and have some fun with RC. Bye. Oh, I forgot. You guys also want to see this build too, right? Because I have been working in the slight time I have to myself here, just working on the build, getting things together. Guys, these Power Strokes, a lot of people have been writing, they're like, you're going to be using Power Strokes, but these are actually just here for mock-up. They do work very, very well. Also got different treads for different style of terrains. I don't mind swapping my tires out, right? I was running these ones. These are a skinnier chevron style tread on these Genius 2.2 size tires, as well as aluminum ballistic 2.2 bead locks. These don't have the cover on it yet because I'm still going to have to go inside, swap out the motors that I want. Yes, I went motor on axle. I know you guys, I got a lot of heck online for this. They're like, oh, you ruined the buggy build. But guys, electric cars are a way of the future, and one day we will be seeing motor on axle crawler rigs. I'm sure it may not be next year, but it is coming down the line. We will see it. Now, does that mean that I can't have my engine in here? Yes, it'll look kind of silly, but if I'm using my imagination, that's what RC is all about for me. Having the individual lockability of these axles, of course, is something that I'm interested in, and I can still have an engine. Why not? It's RC. Heck, I was even tinkering with the idea of putting an S1 sound kit in there and covering these motors with some sort of skid plate so you can't even see them. So, you know, there is no end to the possibilities in RC, my friend, and that's why we do RC Adventures. Thanks again. Bye-bye.